Hey guys, I'm Dov, and today I'm back with more Total War Warhammer 2 multiplayer action. I'm here today with Arnessa and the Vampire Coast. They're going to be taking on Bretonnia. This is a community cast from Glorious Feeder. He dumped a bunch of replays in the tournament Discord, and there are quite a few good ones in there. So we're going to be taking a look at a handful. This time, again, he's up against Xiphos Bretonnia. And let's take a look at what they've both brought. For Bretonnia, they've gone super wide on infantry, which is kind of the standard here, with lots of battle pilgrims, very nice, including the Holy Wardens. We've got plenty of archers as well, fire arrows, and yeah, more fire arrows, some men-at-arms with polearms in the back, only 2 units of cav here, both Knights of the Realm. One of them is the Regiment of Renown, and we've got the Fey Enchantress leading the way, and of course, the Green Knight over in the far corner, who is going to be at a bit of a risk here because we do have a unit of Syrenes who do magic damage, and of course, a Fleet Captain, Lore of Death. I guess foregoing the Lore of Vampires here, since Arnessa, you know, being human, is not undead. We've got Spirit Leech and Aspect of Dread Knight. Very interesting. Got a couple of deck gunners, some front line of zombies here, Black Spot, very nice. Deck hands with polearms, protecting 2 mortars. Mortars are going to be firing up and over onto these lighter Bretonian infantry, and of course those battle pilgrims will be great targets for said mortars, so we'll watch those raid in now, see how effective those zombies can really be. Ooh, a nice hit right in the middle of a couple of units there. Very effective fire coming down from those mortars, doing a ton of damage to the fire arrows and the battle pilgrims there, but here comes the Fae in the front line. She's going to charge in, start to get her mortis effect going. And yeah, should be able to drain out quite a few of these units there. You can see the archers opening up on the deck gunners since they're so slow, and a very nice awakening of the wood there, doing quite a bit of damage, helping to clear up that front line pretty quickly, but sheets of fire coming in from the Black Spot there, and the mortars combining to quickly see off some of those arrows. Granted, there's a lot of volume of fire for Bretonnia, and you can see they are working the deck gunners over quite badly at this point. Green Knight's going to charge in to interrupt the Black Spot, but of course they have anti-large AP, so they're not going to be, you know, totally useless against the Green Knight, but they definitely don't want to sit and sustain combat for too long against him. Here come the Syrenes, though, with their magic damage and their melee debuff. The Green Knight could do pretty good work against them as well, but he doesn't want to stick around to find out. Spirit Leech as well, of course, will be very effective there. Meanwhile, on the front line, some of the zombies starting to crumble. You can see these battle pilgrims here. If the Holy Wardens could get matched up on the Syrenes here, that would be ideal, but I'm not sure where they got off to. I don't see them around the immediate vicinity. Oh, looks like there they are, so they are going to be dispatched to try and go after those Syrenes. Very good pick. Knights of the Realm charging in from this side, going to get some healing with the Green Knight. Unfortunately, they are charging again into the Black Spot, which means, you know, they're taunted. They do have Favor of the Fae, but Aspect of Dread Knight there might be able to terrify them away. We'll see. Green Knight's going to charge through and get on some of those deck gunners, though, stop them from supporting with that fire. We do have some Knights of the Lionhearted still in the back line as well. Going to try and probably see off some of these hounds, keep them from chasing too many units here. But the mortars starting to degenerate a little bit in terms of their accuracy as they start to move along, and Arnessa coming over from the side here, having been doing something over there with these Bloody Reaver deck guard. Very interesting choice here to have that elite sort of halberd unit. I'm not the biggest fan of deck guard in general, or sorry, depth guard, in terms of either the halberd variant or the dual sword variant. I think the dual sword variant can be decent in some matchups, but yeah, it's interesting. We'll see how they do here. They're going to get in here, start to mix it up with some of these peasants, help to support Arnessa, but in the back line, you can see that the Vampirist Lore of Death is in a bad situation as she's getting caught out by the Green Knight here, just delivering the lady's justice to this foul pirate. And yeah, she is not long for this world. Although she obviously has Spirit Leech to go after the Green Knight, hasn't done much so far. Green Knight's been able to keep himself healthy, and at this point, with her off the field, that is going to be one less source of magic damage. The Syrenes, it looks like, where did they get off to? I'm not exactly sure. I don't see them on the battlefield, so they must have gotten caught by those Holy Wardens at some point, because they, yeah, they're not here anymore, right? So, Hounds pushing through, trying to chase some routing units. There are quite a few Bretonian units coming back from route, but this is definitely a strong pocket over here with the Bloody Reaver Depth Guard and Arnessa. Bloody Reavers obviously have the Hunger ability, so they will be able to regenerate their HP in combat. So they're not going to take too many losses. Haven't dropped any unit models so far, so pretty good stuff. But some nice crossfire coming in from those peasants as they just overwhelm with numbers there. And again, the Green Knight in the back line doing a great job. A little bit tied up with the zombie polearms right now, but the Battle Pilgrims able to get in here. The few that remain able to get in here and finish off that mortar crew. Got peasants coming in here to tie down the black spot. This is actually a really nice use of the peasant mobs. Although these Knights of the Realm have taken some substantial damage, they've at least shut down the black spot for the time being. And yeah, I really am curious to know what happened to those Sirens. I guess their corpses don't really stick around on the battlefield. But anyway, you can see the Bretonnian units getting pressured a little bit here as the Hounds do come to start to wrap up a lot of these light units, so it's going to be a bit of an interesting situation. Some units crumbling over here. The Fey Enchantress also still quite healthy at this point, and of course her Mortis Engine Drain effect will be quite good against these big zombie units that remain, but we'll see. Definitely still pretty even in terms of the balance of power. Bretonnia is slightly ahead at this point, but the Hounds definitely doing some really good work here trying to clean up these peasant archers in the back line. Really, really cost-effective use of those pounds. They have got pretty good kill totals on both and been able to shatter a few units, which is also very key. One mortar is still online here, still able to get some effective fire, and has used up most of its ammo, 149 kills, so some very impressive work from those mortars. Normally, you don't typically see mortars, and especially in a matchup where you would expect, against a cav faction, but honestly, the Vampire Coast has so many good anti-cavalry tools that you don't really need to bring carronades in an anti-cavalry role, usually. Usually you bring carronades for counter artillery fire, but anyway, Battle Pilgrims and Men-at-Arms holding out reasonably well here. It looks like the Green Knight's probably going to get in here and try and get matched up on Aranessa. He would be able to do a pretty good number on her. Granted, Aranessa has good enough stats and high enough weapon strength that she can definitely punch the Green Knight back pretty hard, but without support, she will be in a tough situation against him. These Bloody Reavers, you can see pulling back. She's going to try and probably get back over to them. But the Fey Enchantress now has interrupted the final mortar. You can see her in here blasting the heads off of some zombies with her magic. Actually just telekinetically blows up a mortar there somehow, so that's awesome. The mortar's still shelling the Holy Wardens as they make their way across, but yeah, even the few Holy Wardens that remain will be able to cut through the zombies here with their dual wielding. Gonna go all out there. But yeah, at this point, the Green Knight does manage to get Aranessa in a pretty bad position with some supporting men-at-arms with polearms here. This is basically an ideal situation for the Green Knight to try and fight Aranessa in the late game here. Looks like he's not honestly doing all that many attack animations at the moment, just sort of letting the peasants do the fighting for the time being. But oh, there we go. Now he got an attack in. He does have Favor of the Fae active, so wants to, there we go. Now he's going to get some swipes here. And with Favor of the Fae especially, he'll be able to do really good damage to Aranessa. And you can see she is quickly losing out on health and leadership. And as things start to disintegrate there, yeah, we're going to move closer and closer to army losses. So definitely going to be a victory for Bretonnia, but a very close game nonetheless. Excellent work from those mortars. Yeah, just the fact that the Fae is still alive into this late game. She's been able to heal this whole time. She's been able to, provide that sustained Mortis Engine effect. And the Green Knight, of course, as well. I mean, Glorious Feeder had the tools here to deal with the Green Knight, but just unfortunately the way the battle played out didn't quite end up working out. And the Green Knight being alive in this late game to finish off Aranessa is obviously very, very important. Yeah. Always nice to see Bretonnia take a win against the foul Vampire Coast. Definitely a fun battle. And we're pretty close to critical army losses here. Yep, there goes the disintegration. It always takes a little bit longer than you think for the undead, because, of course, they don't partake in leadership, but it is what it is. The Bloody Reavers will just fall over, and that will be game. So, very well played to both players. Hope you guys enjoyed watching that one. Yeah, the mortars definitely got a lot of kill totals there on those peasants. 167, 110. I mean, granted, with this wide of a Bretonnian army, with this many infantry, you would definitely expect some good kills there. The deck gunners ended up being a little bit of a rough pick, because they just got counterfired by the bowmen super hard. Maybe just having more of the crabs in the front line would have been better. And likewise, for the Bloody Reaver deck guard, I mean, I sort of get it, but I think if you were to maybe just take some regular depth guard, or maybe, again, the crabs in the front line to help deal with some of the Bretonnian infantry, just because the crabs have good melee defense, they have good armor. I mean, granted, the men-at-arms with polearms would be okay against them, but I think that the crabs would hold up reasonably well. But nonetheless, still a very close battle at the end of the day. Yeah. The Hounds definitely get some good work done in the back line, chasing down some of those peasant arrows, but you look at the kill totals on those Battle Pilgrims, and you see why you bring them in this matchup. 76, 99, 138, 141, 55 kills on an XP Chevron for these men-at-arms. These ones got 62, so great work. 75 for the Fae herself. Probably got some good comments that I missed. But the Green Knight as well, 48 kills, and some key work done on some high-value targets. So yeah, very, very fun battle. Hopefully you guys enjoyed watching that one. If you do like this sort of content, be sure to like, subscribe, hit that bell notification button, so every time I upload a new video, you'll be notified. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you next time.